Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga Moments. I'm Janice, and today we are fulfilling your request. So we have a flow for some strength. It is a floor flow. It's a little bit longer. We're going to get strong through the whole body. So hop into something comfortable, get ready to have some fun, and I will see you on the mat. All right, we are going to hop right in today. So bring your feet hip width apart. Find a nice place on your mat where you're comfortable. We're going to warm up our feet first. So press into all four corners of both feet. Lift up from the arches. You might play here with stretching your toes as wide as you can, waking up the feet, and start to shift your weight when you feel a little bit of a stretch. So it's kind of like a little massage. You might lift your heels, rock back and forth. Find what feels good here. So this is all you, all about how you feel. Stretch your toes nice and wide. You might try and lift your pinky toe up, keeping the other toes on the ground. You might try and lift your toes and then lower your pinky toe, and then the next one, and the next one. So play here, have a little fun. Explore finding, our foundation, what connects us to the earth all the time, almost all the time. And then when your feet feel nice and massaged, we're going to find that nice lift up. So connect through all four corners of your feet, lift up through the arches, and then keep it going. So find that lift up through the pelvis, lift up through the navel, draw in and up. Heart's going to lift, shoulders are going to come down and away. So we create some space between our shoulders and our ears. Our shoulders are going to come together just gently behind us. So finding a little bit of opening through our chest. Palms might turn out here. Stretch your fingers, wiggle your fingers. You should feel a nice stretch across the palm. Find a little movement if that feels good. We're just going to warm up, find what feels good to us so that as we flow today, we know we're doing it safely. We know we're doing it in a way that's supported and kind to ourselves. So from here, we're going to inhale, lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, reach it down. Inhale, lift up, synchronizing this movement to the breath. Exhale, reach it down. Inhale up. This time we're going to reach our shoulder blades back, keep them up nice and high. And then exhale, reach them all the way down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, all the way down. See if you can keep this integrity through the front body, lifting all the way up. Keep that energy in the back, grounding down. We're going to inhale all the way up again. Bring them all the way forwards. And then exhale, reach them down. Inhale to come up, keep them in the front. Exhale, reach down. This time, keep them reaching down. We're going to slide them all the way back. Inhale, slide all the way up. Reach them all the way forward. On your exhale, reach them all the way down. So we'll do that one more time. Just exploring the mobility, the rotation of our shoulders. This time, when we get back to the front bottom, we're going to inhale, come all the way up, go the other direction. So really see if you can explore moving your shoulders. Follow your breath. When you get back to the front bottom, where we're going to inhale, just release, find some movement in our shoulders. Roll them if you need to, forwards and back. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips, finding my pelvis. So my pelvis is that nice bowl at the bottom of my torso. I'm going to find this standing alignment here, this Tadasana mountain pose. We're going to exhale, dump water out of our pelvis forward. So we're going to tip it forward. Tailbone might come out behind us. Inhale, lift up back to center. Exhale, dump it forwards. And then inhale, use your abdomen to lift up. Front body stays, or upper body stays nice and lifted. So all this motion is coming from our low back and our low abdomen. Inhale to center, exhale, dump it forwards. So just getting aware of our pelvis, creating a little bit of space in our lower torso. We'll inhale to come back to center. We'll take it to the back. So this time we're going to dump water out behind us. So tailbone will reach down. It might come underneath you. Upper body stays nice and lifted. You got this. Make sure you're breathing here. So inhale to center. Exhale to dump it behind us. And you might notice how your thighs move. Just creating space for that nice long low back. Do one more. And we're going to come back to center. From here, we're going to move right into tabletop. So come all the way down. Hands underneath your shoulders, wrists underneath your shoulders, I should say. Hips over top of your knees. We're going to inhale, draw a line with your nose, lower the belly, look forward. You might reach your heart forward here. Exhale, tailbone turns towards the mat. Draw your navel and heart up towards the sky. Let your head be heavy here. And then inhale, come forward again. Cow pose. And then exhale, follow your breath here. Round through into cat. So warming up the spine here. Finding our breath, finding that connection. Letting our breath power us and fuel us here. Even it out wherever you are. I'll meet you back in center. We're going to reset. Make sure our shoulders are over top of our wrists. Elbows are going to rotate in and forward. And from here, I'm going to bump my hips left and right, finding a little off the track movement. So finding a lateral bend in our spine. See if you can press all 10 fingers into the earth. Lift your torso away. And then when it feels good to you, if you need a break, shake out the wrists. So anytime that you feel a little bit of pinching or pain, come back, take breaks as you need. We are going to rock this flow. So get ready. I'll meet you in tabletop. Curl your toes. Inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. Send it back into down dog. You might want to walk your legs in a little bit together. Pedal it out here. And remember, press into all 10 fingers. So really pressing back away from the earth here. Nice long spine. Create a little space between your shoulders and your ears. Find your breath. We're going to lower our left heel. Inhale, sweep the right foot up. You can reach it straight back, toes point down, or you can come up as high as you would like, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward as though you're going into plank. Draw your knees to your nose, or your right knee to your nose. Lift up from your navel. Inhale, reach it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your right knee to your right elbow. Slide forward like you're coming into plank. Inhale, reach it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. You got this. Press away from the earth. Draw your navel up. Inhale, reach it back, three-legged dog. This time we're going to step it all the way up. So bring your right foot up between your hands. We're going to pivot on our back foot. So take a look at your left and right foot. Make sure they're on separate tracks here. Your left foot will probably turn out towards the front of your mat. And we're going to inhale, come all the way up into Warrior One. So Warrior One, we square our hips towards the front of the mat. If you need to adjust your stance, go for it. You can shorten it for sure. You can definitely lengthen it if you need. You want your front knee over your front ankle. So take a moment, set up your foundation here. Arms are going to come up, tailbone's going to reach back. Press into all four corners evenly. Exhale, hands are going to come behind us. Interlace the fingers, reach your hands down and away. We're going to exhale, reach our heart forward, coming into humble warrior. Only come as far as you are comfortable. So you might come so your tummy is along your thigh. If it feels good to you, let your head hang. If not, stay where you are, find your breath. So press into all four corners of both feet, lift up from the arch. Really rooting down to find that support. We're going to inhale, heart and navel, lift up to your spine, reach the hands up. Come all the way back. Release your hands. Should feel all the blood rush back into them. We're going to swing our arms up one more time. Warrior one. Reach your tailbone back. Press into all four corners. Find your breath. Square your hips. See if you can bring your shoulders away from your ears. One sweet breath. On your exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. We're going to take a vinyasa here. So exhale, lower all the way down. Hands come underneath our shoulders. Tag a little bit of weight in the elbows so our elbows go from up here to down here. We're going to inhale, press into our pelvis, lift our heart. Exhale to release. Curl the toes, lift the kneecaps, so quads engage here. Inhale, press up and right into downward dog. You got this. Walk your toes in, pedal it out if you need. See if you can press away from all 10 fingers here. Rotate your elbow creases in and up, so nice straight arms. Find your breath. From here, we're going to lower our right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. See if you can press evenly into both hands. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. So sliding forward like we're in plank. Take a peek at the video if you need. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Draw your navel up, press away from the earth. Inhale, reach it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach it up. You got this. This time we're going to exhale, step the left foot up. And we're going to pivot on our back foot. So right foot's going to pivot out. Take a look at your feet. Make sure your feet are on separate tracks here. We're going to inhale, reach it all the way up. Coming into warrior one. Make any adjustments that you need here. Check your foundation. Front knee over front ankle. Back leg is straight. Shorten your stance or lengthen it if you need. We're going to square our hips towards the front of the mat. Reach our tailbone back. Shoulders come away from the ears. On your exhale, hands come behind your back. See if you can interlace your fingers so that the opposite thumb is on top. And then draw your shoulder blades together. We're going to exhale, reach our heart forward. Coming into humble warrior. So find your humble warrior. So if you are not comfortable letting your head release, go for a nice long line through your spine. Tucking your chin just so that the back of your neck is long. Otherwise, find your humbleness wherever you are. Continue to breathe. Inhale, draw your heart and your navel up to your spine. Reach the hands up. Coming all the way back, release the hands. Inhale, reach it up. Warrior one, one more time. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Reach your tailbone back, find your breath. Exhale, we'll plant the hands. Pivot on our right foot, step it back. Step the left foot back to meet it. From here, exhale, lower all the way down. You got this. Coming into cobra, so press into your pelvis, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to release. We're going to leave our feet there, slide them together, so legs come together. We're going to keep our knees on the mat, press up, send our hips back into child's pose. So nice resting pose here. Hands can come all the way behind you. Take a moment, find some softness. So nice easy breathing. Maybe create a little space in your lower back. Let your shoulders round over your knees. All right, don't cheat yourself with this experience. Take your hands, slide them forward on your mat. So just notice the sensation. Once your hands are in front of you, inhale, draw your navel off of your thighs. Come all the way back into tabletop. And we're going to come right into plank. So curl the toes, lift the knees. Shoulders should be over top of your wrist. Elbows rotate in and up. Imagine this long line reaching the crown of your head forward and reaching your tailbone back. And then, once you've got that, because we're not done here, it's a full body thing, draw your navel and heart up, reach through your heels. So nice long line. Find your breath here. We're going to exhale, dip the hips to the right. So hips can come as far as you're comfortable. Then imagine lifting your hips up from the right side. So we're not pulling from the left, we're lifting from underneath, coming back into plank. Exhale, jump them to the left. Inhale, lift up from that left side. Exhale to the right. You got this. Follow your breath. Inhale to center. Exhale down. If you need a modification, come into modified plank. So we're on our knees. We can still dump our hips. Lift up from the right side. Exhale to the left. Lift up from the left side. If you have to change it up partway through, go for it. So find what feels good to you. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Draw your navel in. Keep your heart lifted. We'll do one more on each side. Modify it if you need. And we'll come back to plank. Bring our knees to the ground, feet together, knees together. Send it back one more time, child's pose. So find some softness here. Connect to your breath. Trust that you are going to do what you need. Your body is here to support you. Then this time we're going to slide our hands up again. Notice how your shoulder moves. Notice how your elbow, your wrist move. All the way up. Draw your navel off your spine. Come all the way back into tabletop. Wonderful. We're going to curl our toes, send the hips up into down dog. From here, we're going to step our right foot up part way, so not up between our hands. Part way underneath us, we're going to step our left foot up. Take a peek at the video if you need. So it's just maybe about 12 inches or 15 behind us. From here, straighten through the right leg. We're going to reach through, lift our left leg up, reach it out behind us. So hands can stay on the mat here, coming into half splits or working our way there. So see if you can point your left toes down, straighten through your standing leg, press into all four corners, lift up from the arch. Take a moment here, find that connection to the earth. See if you can lift your left leg just a little bit higher. We're going to exhale, step the left leg back. Plant your hands, step the right foot back, come into plank. We're going to exhale, take a vinyasa. So lower down for cobra. Elbows have a little bit of weight reaching away from us. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to release. Curl your toes. Inhale, press up. Send it back into downward dog. This time, the left foot's going to step part way up. Walk your hands back. And if you want, you can step the right foot up. Otherwise, we're going to leave it where it is. Inhale, press into your standing leg, left foot. Reach your right toes down towards the earth. Right heel comes back. So find this nice long stretch through both legs. See if you can find places of softness. You might work at letting your head hang, bringing your heart towards your knee or towards your shin. Breathe here. Exhale, step the right foot back. Walk the hands out here, come into plank. We're gonna exhale, lower all the way down. Find your cobra, trust that you know what to do. Follow your breath. Curl the toes, and I'll meet you in downward dog. When you get to down dog, take a moment, see if you can find some stillness. So press into all 10 fingers, lift your hips up and back, hug those low ribs in. Find some softness, you might even find a smile. And then we're going to walk our feet up to the middle of our mat. Walk our hands back. So draw your navel in, give yourself space to work here. We're going to inhale, rise all the way up. Coming into our standing Tadasana here. From here, we're going to bring our toes together. Put about a thumbprint between our heels. And we're going to find our center. So whatever that means to you, we're going to exhale, keep your legs together, come all the way down, lowering your center into your tippy toes. So find your balance here. It's a little bit challenging. It's hard work for the feet. See if you can draw your navel in and up. Find this nice length up through our torso. If you're shaking, no worries. Once you've found that nice, relatively stable, comfortable spot, see if you can reach your knees a little bit forward. So really kind of stretching our balance, our center of gravity a little bit. Breathe here. If your feet are talking to you, you're not alone. Take a pause if you need to. And squeeze, see if you can reach just a little further. If you fall, no worries, we got you. And then we'll exhale, bring our hands to the mat. Come onto our knees, stretch out your feet if you need to. You might rotate the ankles here. And we're going to come into a bit of a tabletop, but we're going to bring our right knee into the middle. Left knee is going to come behind. And we're just going to send our hips back, coming into Gomukhasana. So I'll turn just so you can see. You got to line up with you guys. So toes are active, feet are active here. My right leg is on top of my left. I'm finding this nice tall alignment. If this isn't available to you, bring your left foot out, toes are active up towards the sky. And you'll just cross the right leg over top. With time, with practice, you will get there. That's for tomorrow. Today, we're just going to honor where we're at. So active through both toes. Tailbone is going to reach back behind us. So sitting up nice and tall, finding that stretch in our hips. Finding our breath. So find places to soften here. Noticing how our body feels. We've worked through a lot of our body. Asked it to do some pretty amazing things, celebrating that it can do all these wonderful things. You might tuck your chin here, finding some length in the back of the neck. You might even find a little smile. From here, super technical. If your legs are crossed like mine, you're going to bring your right hand to the front, left hand to the back. If you are modifying today, you are simply going to uncross and cross to the other side. So hopefully you got that one. If you're like me, right hand's in front, left hand's behind, you're going to inhale, press up, spin right around, and come back into the other side. So explore that. It's always a fun one. A little confusing at first, but hopefully you've got it and you're with me. If not, essentially our left leg is now on top of our right. So coming into Gomukhasana on the other side, finding this nice long length, this nice long energy coming up in front, grounding through the back, toes are active, and then reaching our tailbone back. So feeling a little stretch in the front of our pelvis, in the front of our lower abdomen, and then finding some softness here. So just breathing into our stretch, itching our nose if we need. And when it feels good to you, we're gonna uncross our legs, lift our knees up, give them a shake, find what feels good here. Might brush the dust off of your leggings. And then we're gonna come all the way onto our back. So I'm just gonna move the mic back. We're gonna come onto our backs, adjust your hair, your ponytail if you need. And from here, we're just gonna rock our legs side to side, find a little movement in our hips and our low back. It should feel pretty good. Bring your hands to your belly. And then we're gonna hug our knees into our chest. So draw your right leg up, draw your left leg up, give yourself a great big hug. And I encourage you, find what feels good. So hugging them into the center might be your jam this morning or today, or it might be hugging them out to the shoulders. You might draw circles with your ankles, with your toes. So a little bit of time to explore, to play, to find what feels good in your body, responding to what your body needs. And then I'm going to bring my hands to the insides of my feet, kick my legs up into a nice big happy baby. So you can rock out here, extend one leg, maybe the other, finding a nice little stretch. And see if you can point your tailbone away from you. So while we're doing this, just to enhance this nice big stretch, finding that little bit of extra, softening through the shoulders. You might feel your legs start to tremble a little bit. If it feels painful, that's not a good stretch. Come back a little bit. So no strain, no pain, just ease. Transforming our bodies. We're gonna come back, hug the legs in one more time. And then we're gonna let our legs just fall to the earth. Feet make a nice stomping noise. Arms are gonna come out here. So our final spinal twist. We're gonna let our legs fall to the left. You might take a peek over to your right blind spot. Use your breath here. So nice full body breath. You might reach your knees towards the earth. And then find places to soften. Draw your navel to your spine and let your spine come back to the earth. So imagine that string in the middle of your lower back pulls you to the mat. Or imagine there is a string, I should say. Pause at the top and then let your legs fall to the right. Gaze will come over the left shoulder. Breathe here. Find your breath, find that stretch, particularly through the left side body. And then imagine there's a string from the middle of your lower spine. Let it pull you back. So draw your navel in. Your back comes to the mat. Your legs will follow suit. And then extend your right leg, extend your left leg, and take the arms nice and long overhead. Full body stretch here. Full breath. You might stretch through the toes or through the heels, whatever feels good. And then we're going to bring our left hand to our heart and our right hand to our belly. So again, just taking a moment to pause here. Soften through the legs, the shoulders. Notice your breath. You're welcome to stay here if you prefer. Otherwise, you can open your arms up into a nice Shavasana. Either way, I encourage you stay here for as long as you'd like. Find what feels good. Appreciate what you're enjoying, and thank you so much for spending this time with me. It means a lot to me. I'm so happy to fulfill your requests. So if you have any more, send them in. Comment, like, subscribe. And we'll bring our hands up to our heart or our third eye, whatever you prefer. Make this your own practice. And from my heart to yours, Namaste.